What's up, everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Tonight, got a big old bottle, Jardinier, the Bruery. This is a Belgian Pale Ale, comes in at 4.9% ABV, also 35 IBU. Have not had this one in the past, so looking forward to checking this out. Obviously, if you've had the Bruery before, you know they make some pretty good beers. And this one is, down around that session level. I didn't realize when I picked it up, but that's cool. I can roll with it. And of course, anything with Belgian on it is something I do enjoy. Let's get it open and get it into a glass and see what this one has to offer. Came a little foaming, a little quick out of the head. Carbonation was definitely loaded here. I'm trying to pour in my left hand, which isn't the easiest thing to do either, since I'm right-handed. So I've got too much of a head on there for what I really wanted to get, so I'm going to have to let that settle a little bit. But while that does come down, we have a nice golden straw color. Lots of carbonation, like I mentioned, so you can see all of that racing up there in the glass. Head, a lot of foaminess on this one. Now, what I did like on this bottle, it did say you want to enjoy this around 45 degrees, so it's always good when the brewers put out, what they think may be the best way to enjoy their beer. Didn't see much else on the bottle as regards to dates or things along those lines. Even the ABV was a little hard to find this. I found it online, but I don't really see it on the bottle anywhere, but that's cool. We're going to go ahead and get some more into the glass here. I'm trying not to pour down the middle because that'll release more of the head than I want, so trying to get a little bit off the side. So there we go. The head actually is a nice, pretty much dead on white head. Like I said, lots of foaminess. You can definitely see that there. I don't know if you can hear anything coming off the sound of the head or not as the bubbles start to crack on the head, but it's got a nice little bit of a rockiness to it there as it starts to break down. Should lace the glass nicely. Let's get the bottle right up here so we have the label there. But a decent looking Belgian ale for the most part. It looks like it is bottle conditioned with some of that haziness that we have there. We'll find out a little bit more if I get down towards the bottom while I'm doing this and if there's any sediment. But as far as the aroma, so you get those things you expect to get from a Belgian type beer. I'm getting some of the coriander, getting a little bit of a kind of banana type scent. Really kind of common, almost like to what you'll get from a Hefeweizen. You're getting a lot of those kind of notes. You're getting a little bit of that clove in there. Not really as much on the banana, as this has a little bit more of a spicier type play. I do pick up a little bit of kind of a pepper type note, but all in all, it's kind of what you would expect on a Belgian style ale. Again, this is a Belgian pale ale, so right where it probably should be as far as aroma. Well, let's go ahead and check the taste. Now you get a little bit of that carbonation really coming through. Almost has a little bit of that seltzer water type feel. I'm definitely getting that kind of representation in the beer here. Do pick up a little bit of a hoppiness in there, a little bit of a piney type feel, but it's almost overplayed all by that carbonation. It is dry on the back end. On the finish, goes down without really too much harshness at all. You can now see some of the lacing breaking down as well. You get a little bit of a fruity type note in there, but it's not really enough to really make it stand out. Duration on this one, kind of a short to average duration on the flavors. They're not really lasting around as long. Not feeling as much of that bitterness. Again, we're only looking at 35 IBU, so bitterness is not going to be overly played at that level usually. But that carbonation is already getting in the chest. I'm already feeling that burping sensation. This one, I'm going to actually say from the Bruery, a little bit disappointed here. Not as good as what they usually put together. It's an okay beer, but it's not really all that great. Again, I don't like the beers when they get too over-carbonated. You start getting that kind of seltzer feeling, and that's what I'm really picking up the most on this one. The body on it is a nice light body, so it does fit that nice session type style, but it's really just being killed by all the carbonation, as you saw all the bubbles that were racing there in the glass. You can see some of that from down there. It's kind of just got it to a point now where you're really tasting that coming out of it. And there again, some of that lacing. So it actually broke down over a good amount of time from the head, and it did try to leave some lacing behind, but it's just not one of their better beers I've had from them. I do pick up a little bit of that clove in the taste, not as much really of some of the coriander, a little bit of kind of that spice in there. It's kind of a blah type beer, I guess I can say. It's not really anything that's moving the needle that much for me. I'll go ahead and finish this bottle. This is a 22-ounce bottle. On the back here, anything worth noting? Just best enjoyed fresh, perfect beer for any occasion, yada yada yada, inspired by the fresh sessionable beers. But you know, when they say to actually enjoy fresh, how are you going to enjoy fresh if there's no date on the bottle? You got to put the date on the bottle if you want it to really enjoy fresh. Did not see that on here, so that's kind of a bad marketing error. They also say a bright and flavorful table beer with an assertive hop character. I would not say it's really that assertive. I did find an ABV though, 4.5%, so on the label it is there as well. I think I said 4.9 and that was offline. It's actually 4.5. So there you have the Bruery and their Jardinier. Not one of their best selections. If you like, carbonated beers a little bit more, you may like this one. As far as a Belgian Pale Ale, it's got the qualities and everything there that you would kind of expect on it. It's just kind of gets lost in all that carbonation. So with that all being said, I appreciate you swinging by and check out another video. Look forward to catching you next time. Keep drinking those good craft beers, and cheers.